YouTube is full of videos from amazing creators where they tell us about how much fortune they're making on the platform, and I watch those videos and I'm like, hey, I want to make that much money. Why am I not making that much money? I hate you. Now don't worry, I am not going to drag this out for 25 minutes and then tell you how much money my YouTube channel made in its first month. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? But stay with me, because not only am I going to show you around a cool place as I talk about this, but I will go into depth about how each revenue stream that I built performed, how I'm planning to improve those channels in the future, in the coming months and the year, because yeah, I'm really trying to hope that this YouTube channel, this thing that we've got going on between us right now, is gonna be my revenue source for just my life for the next year or more, hopefully much more, right? So get ready, buckle in, because this is how much money the YouTube channel made. Right then, so the total income last month, in my first month on YouTube, my total income was $139.59, okay? However, that's quite good, isn't it? Oh, I made money on my first month. My expenses were $233.50. So all round, my YouTube channel profit was in the red, minus $102.91. Now that could have been way worse, and it could have been much better, and that's what we're going to delve into today. I'm going to go through about the 7 or 8 income streams that I built, which ones are performing and which ones are not, how I plan to improve those, and yeah, I'll just sort of like give you a little bit behind the scenes of the first month of my full-time YouTube dream adventure. So let's go pick a little bit of a quieter spot on the lake, and I'll talk to you about the first revenue stream, which was YouTube AdSense, and this one was not a good one. Okay. That's actually lions roaring. I'm not even kidding you, because we're near the zoo. Like over there's the zoo. So I can actually hear the lions roaring in the distance. Crazy. Right, YouTube AdSense. I made a whopping $0. Okay, so when you start a new YouTube channel, obviously you need to get monetized, and that can take months and months of hard work. Thankfully, this is kind of bad news and good news, because yeah, I didn't make any money in January, and we had like 50,000 views. Which is great, you know, that's something to be celebrated. I have another YouTube channel that I manage, and that is monetized, and I'm not allowed to have 2 accounts. So I've had to basically cancel one, or we're in the process of cancelling one, moving that to a different email, moving that to a different address, and once that's cleared, this channel will be able to then apply to become monetized properly. So even though we are monetized, we're not actually verified, so that might take another month. So I'm planning that February won't make a single dollar as well. So next month I'll make $0, or this month now I'll make $0, because it's going to take 2 weeks for this process to change, and it's going to take 2 weeks for this channel to get connected and then verified. So yeah, $0 on YouTube AdSense. But I mean, come on, that's to be expected. It was my first month, and to be honest, it's a blessing that I'm even in the position to become monetized, really, because I think it's a real success of this channel to have gotten to that point already. So bittersweet, $0 made, but that's the first step we need to take, because in the future I really hope that AdSense will become my main source of income, which I know a lot of YouTubers might be rolling their eyes out going, that's not going to work, Paddy. But I'm going to try and make that work, and I'll talk about that later. If you're wondering, by the way, what am I reading off, it's just, I have a spreadsheet that I made. It's in my like back of house YouTube channel management kind of stuff, you know. And yeah, I'm going to track every single dollar that I make, and then also track every single dollar that I spend. That's the most important part, especially in year one, because yeah, I really need to, I need to manage this channel, and I need to manage the revenue of this channel. Because if you don't know, I'm going to be next month going on a crazy journey. I'm going to try to go to every single province in Thailand on my little Honda dream. I'm leaving my job, I'm quitting my job, and I'm going to be living off my savings. So I really need to make sure that I'm tracking my pennies and tracking my income and working on improving them. Just like the next one, I'm projecting to make quite a bit of money later in the year with SkillShare, with people watching my courses and signing up for the free trials. But this month I made $0 on Skillshare.com. The reason being, I wrote my first course. I've nearly finished writing my first course. It's going to be called How to Make Travel Videos, or How to Make Awesome Travel Videos, and it will be completely free on Skillshare.com. Then I'll make a few more. I think I want to try and get 3 courses made before I leave, maybe a couple more whilst I'm traveling. I'd love to have 5 or 6 courses on there. They're a really good, Skillshare is a really good source of passive income, which is super important for me. So I've just been a bit busy at work, so that's why I haven't finished my first course. Excuses, right? But I'm going to finish my first course, I'll get it up soon, and then I'll start working on the next ones. So I made $0 on Skillshare. The next one is Consultations. On my website, which I made this month, which I'm very proud of, I am offering different types of consultations. I saw other creators offering these kind of things, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's a good idea, I'm gonna have to borrow that one, because I have a lot of wealth of knowledge in certain things, and I think there's a bit of value in that. And so I have 2 levels or 2 types of consultations that I offer on my website. The first one is if you're thinking about moving to Thailand or coming to travel to Thailand, you can jump on a call with me, and I'll explain all of the technical things about the visas, and more importantly where to go, how to get there, because I like to think that I really know the off the beaten track places, and most people, you know, they'll just be able to organize their own trip. But if someone's really like looking for an in-depth, detailed expert, then I think that's me. So I have a reasonable price for that. It's just like an hour-long Skype call or whatever, and I'll send you a bunch of notes on a document or an email, so you have things to hand as well. Really useful. Nobody booked one yet, so there's that. And then also making a YouTube channel. I've made The Budgeteers with Tyes and Lena, another YouTube channel that's on 112,000 subscribers, and I think we've only had like 50 videos. And then there's this one. We're nearly at 4,000 subscribers. We've been going less than a month. So I kind of have an expertise in YouTube channel management, building them up and presenting videos in a way that get clicked on, that people subscribe to. So again, there's a consultation that I'll offer, similar to the other Travel Thailand one. Nobody's booked one yet. So I'm thinking about maybe giving a couple away for a really cheap price, or maybe for free, just so that I can actually practice them, because, you know, I've never really done consultations before. So if you're interested, email me, go to my website, email me, and I'll do 1 or 2 for free. So just so that I can get good at them. So yeah, consultations, that revenue source, was a big fat 0. So we're doing good, aren't we? 0 on AdSense, 0 on Skillshare, and 0 on the consultations. But don't worry, it's going to get a little bit more interesting now. Okay, we made some money on the next one. Affiliate links. Basically, I have links in the descriptions of my YouTube videos, and they go to different products or services. If you click on that link and then buy the thing that I recommend, or even if you just click on the link, don't buy the thing that I recommend, then navigate to another page, buy something, I still take a commission. And I set all that up this month, and I put them in my descriptions, and I did not think for a second that no one was going to click on them, but they got loads of clicks. Hundreds and hundreds of people clicked on the links. People want to know what camera I'm using, people want to know what drone they're using, whatever. Anyway, they click on the link, and people made purchases, and I made $8.59. It's not a lot, right? But the links have only been up there a couple of weeks, and I checked the products that people were buying. People were buying bras. People were buying protein bars. So they were clicking on my camera links and looking at my camera and going, oh, that's a nice camera. Yeah, I don't want that. And then actually I need to get a bra. And then they go and search and buy the bra or put it in their basket and buy it later. And I get a commission. So thank you, Jeff Bezos. You just gave me $8 at no extra cost to the people buying the products. And there's a guy in the comments, he's been telling me that he bought a microphone and a drone using my links, but nothing's come through. So I don't know if you're bullshitting me, or maybe you're not. I believe you, but it just hasn't come through. So I love your energy and I love your, you know, it's the thought that counts. But I'm thinking that I read today that it has to be when the items are shipped. So when the items are shipped, maybe it takes a few more days. So I appreciate the people who've been reaching out saying, I used your link, check. You know, that's really sweet. But no, I haven't had any money from the drone that you bought, so. But isn't that a mad way to make money? Passively, just people buying things on Amazon. So, yeah, gonna grow that one this year for sure. But $8.69, 59 cents, $8.59. Can't be sniffed at. Appreciate it. It's a small figure, but we're making money. Right then, the last three I'm going to clump together because they can be categorized as income coming from you guys, directly from you guys, the audience. This is kind of weird, right? But the most of the money, like 90% of the money this channel made, came from your support, the people who watch these videos. So let me explain. I have t-shirts, I have a Teespring store. And I designed a bunch of different t-shirts, next level adventures, next level t-shirts. I've got a t-shirt where you can colour in the provinces of the map of Thailand on the back. And I haven't promoted them yet, so if you're watching these going, what? They're just in the description. Later, when I go on my big experience, my big travel around Thailand, I'll be pushing the t-shirts more. I'll be pushing the other ways more. But someone found the link in the descriptions on the earlier videos, had a nosy, thought it was cool and bought one, and I made $15 profit, so thanks to that guy. And send me an Instagram of you wearing the t-shirt, because I really need that kind of stuff for the promotional parts when I go on my big trip. The second way was direct PayPal donations. I received 2 generous payments directly via PayPal with a little note saying, this is for Paddy, this is for your journey, have a good time, and I really appreciate them. Again, the link's in the description. I've not pushed them. I don't think I'll push asking people to donate directly. I think that's a bit too much. I think the t-shirts, you get something. The Patreon, which I'll get to, you'll get something. With PayPal donations, it's more just a direct, look, I don't want a t-shirt, I don't want to join this monthly thing, just take this cash and use it to make the content. So I appreciate that. So thank you for the $38. 2 donations, $38. Appreciate that. Again, I sent you thank you messages. I hope you got them. And the final one, and the biggest source of income this month, was Patreon, the monthly service where people, you know, support financially their favorite creators. You have different tiers. I have 3 tiers, and the way that I give back, you know, for your support on Patreon is we do a monthly quiz. And last month I emailed everybody who joined, who again read the description and was like, oh, I'll join. I told you, like, I'm not doing a quiz in January, I'm too busy. But 7 or 8, I think 8 people have joined. So I'm gonna be doing my first Patreon quiz this month in February. At the end of February, again, I'm gonna be filming it because I'm gonna be using the footage as promotional for future sign-ups. So I need to have some B-roll and maybe some clips of the quizzes, because I plan to do fun, interactive quizzes with the Patreons. And as it gets bigger, I hope we'll come up with a cooler system. But I think quizzes for now are really cool, and there'll be prizes as well. So a bunch of people joined, 8 to be exact, and after the cut that Patreon take, I received $69. So add add all them up together, along with the $8 from affiliate links, 0 from AdSense, 0 from consultations and 0 from SkillShare, I made $130.59 in my first month. But listen, I'm kind of hungry. Let me take you to the market. We're gonna go get some dinner. I'll tell you about all of my expenses and how I spent $233 making the content and just the general management of the channel. And then we're gonna talk about how can we improve these channel streams? How can I, you know, be one of those smug YouTubers in a year's time going, this is how much money I made on my first year on YouTube. I don't know what that was. That was my impersonation of a smug YouTuber. Next year, if I do make a bunch of money, or I make enough money to be proud of, to make a video like that, I'm not going to be that guy, right? I'm going to be like, bow down bitches, I'm richer than you. I'm not going to be like that. By the way, isn't this lovely? Isn't this just a lovely place? I'll drop the location in the description for you. Let's go get some food. This is one of those places where you just look through the menu and write it down yourself. And I'm gonna go for the coconut soup and the crispy fried morning glory. It says it's gonna be spicy, but I think that's just gonna be the dip. And then yeah, you just give it to the person, and I get a drink as well. Oh, no need for that. Bottle of, they always have in Thailand, bottles of Coke or S-Cola, and you just open it and help yourself with ice. When the food comes, we'll talk more YouTube. Sawadee Krap. That's Thai for can you open my bottle of Coke, please? Okay, the food's here. The coconut soup looks really spicy actually. Normally it doesn't come with this like red oily stuff. That's definitely added chili, which is going to make it a bit more spicy, which is good actually, because the coconut galang soup can be quite bland in terms of its spice. Still absolutely deliciously creamy. And then I ordered the fried morning glory, and it is absolutely massive. That's definitely too much for me. And then it came with this random cold bowl of spicy, looks like tom yum soup, but then it's got raw prawns on top. Interesting. I think that's the dipping sauce for the morning glory. Let me just quickly try that, because that's something I've never ever had before here in Thailand. This is a very local little food market here. Next to the university, everybody here is a student. Oh my god. That is incredible. Oh. This is not a food video. But oh! So let's talk expenses. So the first level that I'm anticipating will cost me quite a bit during the trip, during the production of this first series on this channel, is motorbike costs. And I'm not talking about fuel, I'm talking about upgrades, customizations. My little Honda Dream, she needs a little bit of work for her to be able to A, survive the trip, and B, to look good when she's doing the trip. So there was 0 cost this month. That's because I plan to customize my bike this month in February, and it's gonna cost me, I'm thinking about $200 to $300 US to get like the side boxes, to get the bike done up, a few little bits and bobs, a few surprises, and we'll unveil the bike next month. But it's gonna take me, yeah, luckily it didn't cost me anything this month, but yeah, next month's gonna hurt. Next up was accommodation. I only spent $4.50 on accommodation, and that's because on my 1,000 baht video, where I tried to survive in Chiang Rai for 24 hours, I stayed in a hostel room. It was a private room actually, and it cost me $4.50. I will be keeping cost of every single accommodation that I stay in, and figure out how much per month I'm spending. Then, like daily expenses. Now, this was only $60. No, it wasn't. It was $120, sorry. And the reason why it was $120, if you're thinking daily expenses, but you're not making videos every day. The videos that I did make, last month I made 6 or 7 videos, and I calculated how much money I spent on food, because just like this, the food is part of the video, so it's part of the production cost in my head. and you know, gas for the bike, just daily expenses basically. Every time I go to the ATM to make video content, and I spent $120 just to make the videos, or have stuff going on in the videos. Camera gear. Now most channels who start a YouTube channel spend upwards of $1,000 plus on their first camera, on their lens, maybe a drone or a GoPro. Fortunately, because I make travel videos already in my other ventures, and I love to do it, I already invested in all the camera gear before. I'm not happy with this camera in terms of its autofocus. I've dropped it so many times. You've probably noticed in this video that I'm not always in focus, and I know you guys comment on that. You've got a problem with your autofocus. Yes, I know. But getting it fixed will be very expensive. So unless the camera blows up, I'm just gonna have to hide every time it goes blurry with a B-roll shot. There's a little secret there. And my biggest cost was my website, which I'm really happy with, by the way. paddydoyle.info. I made it on Wix, not sponsored, and it was quite a fun process. And a few of you guys emailed me on Instagram and in the inbox of my Gmail, could you help me? Somebody copyrighted it, somebody actually spell checked it, because I'm not very good at writing English, and I am a teacher, I know. And it looks great, so that cost me $109 for the yearly Wix membership. I don't have any of the fancy add-ons for the website yet. I might pay for the extra things, but for now, my website's goal is to funnel people, give them information about who I am and how they can support the channel and the content the channel makes. So $109, but that's it. There's no monthly cost, just an upfront hit, and it was 50% off, so not too bad. So altogether, all those put together was $233.50, which if you take away the income I made a loss of $102.91. So if you enjoyed this video, thank you. I hope so. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, because we're going to go on this mad adventure together. And if you come to this food place, I'll drop it in the description. Look at this. You've got to eat this thing, right? This combo of morning glory and this like minced pork. No, I don't want the raw prawn. Not yet. Not today. This combination is like incredible. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.